Welcome back to Myrtle Beach for a round one feature card of the 2020 Myrtle Beach Open, brought to you by Crip Equipment. That was Nico. That's James. We got Austin Turner and Chris Dickerson.
The robot chicken.
He's doing his thing out there. It's been fun to see Austin back on tour, playing again.
It's nice to see the man back. He's been off for a little bit.
But he hasn't really fallen off there. He's got a nice little 4 down through the first 5. Some great putts, solid throws. Rest of the gang doing what they can. James Conrad with that beautiful drive in that last hole, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome. Unfortunate chain out there.
Yeah.
But here we are at hole 10, flipping the script onto the backside. This is a tough get right here. Slightly uphill off the tee pad, low ceiling. The middle gap looks like the best gap, but I kind of see a lot of guys aiming up the right side and hoping to get that late flare and avoid all the trees and hopefully not kick a tree and hit OB. But let's see what these guys do.
James with that Star Thunderbird again.
Wow. Let's see if it has enough stability to fight all the way back. That's not a bad throw right there.
Pin high, right?
Almost.
Yeah. Dickerson.
That kind of lifted up on him a little bit, and there you see it.
That was his F1 again. Austin. It's going to be a force.
That's pretty dang good.
Not bad at all.
This is an uphill, low ceiling, into the headwind type shot.
Yeah. Probably one of the toughest reaches on the course.
I like this play. Get stable and skip. Not a bad shape there, Nico.
Yeah. Throwing a Raider. Chris for 2.
Oof. You see the wind kind of playing with that one.
Yeah, he got
It's a little breezy out there.
Yep, he's like, headwind.
Yeah. I wasn't lying to you, folks. Playing slightly uphill, a little bit of wind. You can see those flags out there blowing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little gusty on this corner.
Good bid from Nico. Here's Austin's.
Oh, just a little rushed on that jab.
And this could be a stroke on the card right here for Conrad. Should almost be 2 holes in a row doing that.
I birdied that hole too yesterday. It felt good.
Great one, man.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you end up? Kind of where he was?
A little bit shorter. I had a 45er. Crosswind. It was a nasty putt.
Nice, man.
Felt good.
There's Austin making good on his par. Nice to see that. Dickerson. Same deal.
Solid.
There's the Philo Mobile back there.
There's
Greg.
Whip.
The Bars Mobile on the right.
Good old Clyde, the coach house.
Philo and Clyde.
There you go.
What, you said some old...
Don't say it.
Okay,
If you can get that's trivia. Yeah, that's trivia for today. How did
all
Philo
right,
get
first one with the right tells me where that's from. I'll mail you a disc.
Cool.
All right. I like that one, Philo. Hole 11. What's our play, buddy?
This is a fun hole. It's not the longest again of par 4s. There's really no OB to worry about. You just throw it really hard down the middle. Try to get to a space where you can literally cross the second road over there and have a putter up shot. I've actually seen guys have long looks at the Eagle 2 on this hole, and that's not going to help.
No. That was his Star Wraith, but it caught just a little bit of lettuce and went straight down.
Caught one of the ninja branches there in the left side.
Yup. D1 from Dickerson.
All kinds of speed on that. Missed these trees here on the island, and ooh, yeah, that's way up the fairway. He's going to have a long look at a 2, but it's a look. Wow, that's wide open.
Yeah, he's like 80 feet to the pin from there. Yeah.
It's still a long look. I mean, it's not short.
Yep. Nuke from Austin.
All on that.
Oh, buddy. That's a 68-mile-an-hour forehand.
If he misses that, he's looking real nice.
It's faster than Chris's backhand, I think. Nico?
On roller.
Oh.
That's got to stand up, and that's heading towards some not good places right now. He's going to have an interesting time getting up and down.
I love having Nico on the card, man. It's little fun moments like that, fella. They make my day. Austin.
I'm sure he's not happy about it. He's probably frustrated as all get out.
Oh, I'm
right
sure.
now.
But just a little bit.
Austin, look at you, dude.
Goodness.
That's the nice thing about short par fours. If you don't throw and get all of it, off the tee pad, it's usually not too hard to get up and down.
James with the gator.
A lot of space out there to work the gator. Big flaring skip. Caught a little cabbage there, slowed him down on the end, but that's still a James, putt.
Chris approved shot, it looks like. Nico.
He's still got something to work with there. Push it. Nah, a little short.
Yeah, he threw the seam noose there. I want to see something like a little faster. Maybe something's going to move on the ground a little more or glide a little farther.
Yeah, I think he was thinking he'd get it all the way there in the air.
Yeah.
And he's just not really feeling connected so far this round.
Yeah. So here's where Chris ended up, and there was honestly just not a great look for him, and he did the smart thing. He'll take easy birdie.
This is about 37 feet, I'd say, for Nico.
Mm-hmm. And he was pumping on this one. See, there's one of those blocks I'm talking about.
Good line, but he's just not trusting the height.
Mm-hmm. Conrad for the birdie.
Nice. That one tried to jump out of there, too.
He did, off the pole. Happy to see it stay in. Austin, this would be a great birdie after that drive. Early tree hit.
Well, again, it's not the longest of holes, and there's plenty of space to work the disc onto the green, so, you can make a mistake out there on the fairway and still get up and down.
Yep.
It's a relatively soft par 4,
Yeah, Nico almost birdied it after that cut roller.
Exactly.
The unintentional cut roller.
There's not a whole lot of terrible places to land on this hole, but
Yeah.
obviously you can find yourself making par if you don't execute, get up there close to the basket.
Yep, which Nico just did. That is a birdie for Chris, though.
It's a frustrating par. I can feel it, though, for sure.
You get this one yesterday?
No, actually, I was putting from right about where James was, and right when I was going to putt, somebody yelled out on, I think, hole 12 or 13 across the driveway there, and kind of razzed me a little bit.
That's never fun.
Yeah.
Hole 12. Where is this thing, Philo?
This thing is straight down this tunnel. All the way down the tunnel.
You got OB on the road here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the white line right there marking the OB. 390 on the pull. A little bit of wind blowing in your face. A little bit kind of right to left, kind of headwind. So, did this guy just throw a putter?
No, I think it's that KJ T-Bird.
Okay, I was about to say, man, that's incredible.
That's what I thought out of his hand, too.
And he's pin high about 36 feet. Not a bad place to end up.
James? Throwing an F1.
That looks a bit low. Low and burned over. You're not going to have much from there.
No. Just a long bid, that is. Austin? This is a force. That is high.
High, wide, and shanked, and
Yeah, he didn't like that one.
all kinds of places you don't want to be.
Nico, this is a Havoc.
Yeah, again, kind of low and burned over. This is a really tough shot because there's really not a lot of space to work the disc from left to right. You'd have to throw the disc down the middle the majority of the flight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to do at 390 feet, especially when the wind's blowing in your face.
Austin with a Luna.
Would you believe it if I told you I went OB on this hole yesterday?
OB long on the drive?
OB long off the
Dang,
tee.
Philo, calm down, man.
And I threw my destroyer about as touched and saucy as I could without overthrowing it, and it still just would not stop.
Oh, you say par at least?
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's right there. I mean,
Yeah,
you could have
it's
gone OB left or right a bunch.
I went straight past the basket.
Oh,
I mean, it was
man,
on
really?
a beeline right out my
Aw.
hand. James with the high
Eddie.
stepper, and used to seeing him connect with those at a high rate.
Yeah.
Just a little high.
He'll take his par. Just be not losing any strokes to anybody, I don't think.
No,
on his card
everybody's
anyway.
scrapping up pars. Everybody was off the fairway.
Had to scramble.
Couldn't do much, yeah. It's a demanding hole.
Mm-hmm. Anybody get on your card yesterday?
I can't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. You can watch it on GK Pro.
I could.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
But you guys at home should.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Why not?
Yeah, right. Watch all the disc golf.
Watch all the disc golf.
Especially when Philo's on the card.
Why not?
Hole 13.
This isn't the hardest of holes either.
Yeah.
It's measuring in 318 feet. The lefty's got a pretty fair gap. The righty has to play a little cut. Flexing hyzer, early cut to flat. Big flaring skip back to the left. There is a little bit of space to play like a high hyzer, but not really the play I would try to go for.
James is going MD4.
Yeah, he's going for that high hyzer line, and
Caught a little something.
I just think there's just too much stuff to hit on that line. I like the lower, tighter line or the lefty line if you've got a solid flick.
And Chris likes the lefty line with his flick.
Yeah, it looks like it sawed off a little early, unless the camera angle's just deceiving me, and it surely was.
Wow. That was his A3 again.
Very nicely done.
And we got a nuke out of Austin. I think it's funny, both these guys throwing forehands on the opposite lines.
That's pretty funny.
It kind of just...
That is kind of funny. Good catch there, man.
Yeah. But looks like Chris picked the right line, apparently. Because Austin caught a tree there. Here's a stiletto from Nico.
There we go.
That's a good looking forehand, Nico.
That looks nice. One more flaring skip, and he's right up there by Dickerson. 5 paces off the target.
We'll get some green on his scorecard. He's coming off a little par streak here. Austin?
Ooh, good bid.
That
was probably the slowest putt he's taken from that distance yet, isn't it?
It was, yeah. He's been humming him in there.
It's got to sit. All right.
Okay, man.
That's another aggressive bid by James.
I don't think he knows any other way. It feels like he's always running those things.
Oh, no.
Right. They usually don't have this result of biting him in the butt.
No. That's the second one that he's kind of pushed off the strong side.
Yeah. His birdogey percentage is very low. So is that guy, because that is a birdie for Chris. Nico should be doing the same here in a hot second.
Yeah, don't take too much time on this. Just get your body set. Put your hand in the basket. There you go.
There it is. Nico ever hit you up for putting advice? Would you give Nico putting advice if he asked you?
I mean, we've spent a lot of time over the years, especially when we get to Asia. We were in Thailand a few years in a row, and we're very fierce competitors when we're playing against each other. But when we're not playing and we're just talking about stuff or whatever, he knows that he breaks the 30-second rule sometimes. We just have to encourage him. Come on, man, don't take so long.
Yep.
You know what to do.
Back to the action. Huge thanks to Grip for making all this coverage possible. We are on to 14. Some OB on this one, Philo.
Yeah, this is a deceiving hole. It measures exactly 416 when I hit the Bushnell on that thing. And when I threw this hole the first time and I went scooting 60 past it, I was looking at my disc like, what just happened?
Is it a little downhill?
I don't know what it is, but it feels like a 385 416 for some reason. Maybe it is a little downhill, and that'll do. There's plenty of space out to the right side. You don't really have to bleed it over. Just kind of throw the disc right into the middle of that big mature tree out there, and a nice, easy, slow fade.
Nico, he's going to be flexing a fortress.
That's got to get going. A little bit shy, that flex takes off the straight, and the fade will be smaller.
Austin with the forehand nuke.
Flying high.
He's like, I didn't mean to throw a spike hyzer, but it worked out okay.
Kind of. That's a longer putt than you'd really like on this hole.
Yeah. Conrad. What's he ripping on here? That's his Star Thunderbird.
I like this line. That's what I'm talking about. You throw the disc right into the middle of that big green bushy thing. Should have plenty of space. Bingo.
And it looks scary, like the road's so close, but it's sand, and there's kind of like little berms where it'll actually
take some of the speed off the disc. Exactly.
Yeah. Austin with his long birdie putt.
Wow.
Dude. That was zipped.
Jabber. Nico from a similar distance. Looks like circle's edge or so.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. And then the painful watch the disc roll back towards you afterwards.
And we can see here right there's just this little kid just started giggling as it started rolling, like totally unrelated, but it was just the timing was perfect. Oh,
very
Chris.
uncharacteristic miss from Dickerson.
That was.
There you go, Nico.
Nice to see him make that one though.
Yeah, buddy, you gotta be a little bit more aggressive on that first putt.
Yep.
Looked a little tentative out of his hand, you know, like wasn't really sure if the speed was right, and obviously that terrible trickle backwards towards him. We don't ever want to watch that happen.
No, never fun. There's Dickerson with a par after Conrad made good on his birdie. He did not get a stroke on the card because this guy banged this putt.
Nice tight little jump putt there. Not a whole lot of extra action, just enough to get a little extra speed on the disc, and zips it right down the Broadway.
Chase that thing down. This is a hole right here, Philo.
This is a tough one. This is very favorable to the lefty or the power sidearm player. The righty backhand really has to shape an amazing shot because there's not a lot of airspace to work with. You've got some ninja branches right in the main part of the gap where you'd want the disc to fly. There's kind of a roller line, but not really. It's just a tough shot. I mean, the lefty.
What'd you go with, man? Just air
I tried
shot
to
up the
drive
middle?
my wraith down there, play like a really slow right turn with it, and I just, didn't have enough air to work with. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I watched Michael Joe throw probably the best righty backhand air shot that I was going to see of the day, and he still had 50 feet and just laid it up.
That feels like the best you could possibly do, honestly.
It's a tough shot. They could clean up a little bit of trees on this one and make it a bit more fair.
Conrad with a star Roadrunner.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space. Obviously, there's a double mando now that we're working with there, so nobody can go out and around.
Chris is going to be throwing a D2 on the forehand line.
Yeah, if you got 400 feet of this speed,
65-mile-an-hour forehand, man.
That's what Greg did, and he landed right about there.
What a shot.
And that's if you got the speed, use it.
Yep.
I just don't.
Nico. This is a Havoc.
Stand up, baby. That's shaping up pretty nicely there. Gorgeous shot, Mr. Nico Locastro.
That was sick, man.
That was awesome.
I love watching that one. James had a really open forehand line or a pretty tight wooded backhand line, so naturally it pimps the backhand line.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
Perfect.
Drive it into that berm.
Austin.
Long range.
Oh, perfect.
That worked out nicely.
Right on the sandbag up there. And here is Chris for a 2.
This is a big 2. That's a big 2 right there.
That's like big boy forehand, too. Like,
it is. Didn't realize he had 400 feet of it.
No, man. I'm starting to respect that forehand as even more after watching this round. And Conrad makes good on the par save. And Nico, after that beautiful roller with the Havoc, will be cashing in a 2. Probably.
Yeah, you better make that one. Running out of holes here. He wants to try to keep up with the leaders and stay, as close to the main pack as you can for as long as you can. Give yourself a chance, come the last 9 holes of the tournament to maybe be in striking distance. Be nice to get one of these last fun big events of the year.
Yeah.
On the resume as a win.
Make the ride home even nicer.
Especially, brand new track.
Yeah. All right, hole 16. That's a big one.
Yeah, 480 on the tracker. There's some space to play the big wide hyzer. If you have that speed, you're going to see most guys throw the disc down the left side of the fairway, kind of bleed the disc towards the middle and hope for a late fade. It's a rip.
That it is. Dickerson. This will be a D1. It's going to fade a little early.
But you can see the play that the fellas are going for here. That big mature tree, all the space is to the left of that. Kind of working the left side of the fairway, flexing the disc.
This is a Giant out of Nico.
He's got the speed on it. Let's see if he gets the finish now. There it is. Beautifully done by Nico.
That's 2 great drives in a row.
Yeah, Nico really punched the line a bit better, and he likes those driving flex shots.
He does, doesn't he? A nuke from Austin.
He's wanting that to slide over a little bit.
It's trying.
Oh, catches one of those last two matures, and he's not too bad. That's right in his jumper range.
I believe this is a Halo Wraith from James.
Imagine this will be the same one we saw from the long hole.
Yeah.
There it is. He's got it dragging over. It's got to hook up. Oh, he pushed that a bit wide. He's going to have a long circle 2 putt.
Yeah, just a little long and right. You can see his putt right there.
Yeah, he's
Maybe I'm
probably
just
right
getting high.
around 50, 60 feet here.
Mm-hmm.
Pin high, though.
He is, yeah. Looking for the 2.
Wow. Got one.
That was incredible, man. Did you see it like get a little lift, like a third of the way before it hit the basket?
It's that little nose up action.
Is that what
kinda
that
like
was?
air
That was-
bouncing
yeah.
the disc, you know?
That was so cool.
There's 2 different ways of doing it. You see his is coming down on the target, and James kind of lifted up at the target.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great putt from Austin too, man. Not to be overshadowed by James's ripper.
Yeah, it's hard to make those big putts when you see somebody throwing in from that far.
Mm-hmm. Dickerson just got double big putted.
Yeah, he did.
Don't see that often.
Let's see if Nico can stay focused here on this little 3-footer.
Thankfully,
There
it's a
you go.
short one. Man, 3 birdies on the 480-foot hole.
Hey, man, these guys got the speed.
They do.
Not surprising at all. All of us feel like we can make birdie, get a look at it at least, you know.
How far was your look on this one?
Oh, it was really bad, man. I went with my new disc, the Falcon, and I missed the height big time, man. I threw it too low, and it just rolled right over and left me with like a 100-foot upshot.
Yeah.
In practice, I was pin high.
With that Falcon, I bet you
Yeah.
absolutely, man. That thing.
I was
Post
pin high. I was shocked myself.
Hole 17. Heard somebody ace this one earlier in the day.
I'm not surprised. It's got a wide open tunnel here on the right side for the righty backhand. Just something medium stable on a nice sharp little hyzer. Forward and flat penetration. There's a bunch of space to just work the disc right towards the target.
Nico with the crown, I'm going to guess. Oh, excuse me. That's his C-noose.
Right there, and then start fading. Not the most aggressive play. A little shy.
Austin. He'll be throwing a Raptor.
Oof, that's moving.
Barely missed a lot of stuff.
Wow,
But worked
almost
out really
flares
well.
in, and that's a nice little tap-in birdie putt for Austin.
Nicely done. Conrad.
He's not throwing the green one, so he needs this thing to turn left.
Yeah, it's a new JC Glow AVR.
There we go. That's a nice aggressive line. A little bit early on the fade, but it's not too bad. Still well within the circle.
Much shorter than the putt he just made. PA3 out of Chris, it looks like. Also
Driving
great
that
putter.
overstable putter. And there you go. Pushing it into the gap.
That will birdie. There's Nico staring down his look at it too.
Oof.
Right after that putt, Chris goes, with authority.
Next thing you know, Nico's got 3 birdies in a row.
He
huh?
did a little turkey right there. That's a great little turkey.
No, those are 3. Well, 2 of
The
those
first
holes.
2 were incredible. Yeah.
Absolutely. The roller and that air shot.
And he snuck in that putt on the short one.
James sliding it in on the left side.
Sneaking that one in. He says Nico style right there. Getting the top of the cage and flip it in.
A little smile out of James.
Yep. Austin. See if he can make good too. Yes,
There he
sir.
does.
Well, start frame on 17, but that's like par for your course. You know, your
You would
game
like
plan.
to see a lot of star frames on hole 17. You know, this is one of those holes that if you're a righty backhand player, it's too much space, you know, to really make a big mistake on this hole. No change required.
It was the quietest putt ever.
I mean, they're jiggling around, but they're not moving like the
Nice.
disc actually hit anything. It just rattled the cage. Here we are, final hole of the round, hole 18, the par 4 measuring at 552. Very, very sneaky lines if you try to take the middle gap. It's kind of best to plan to flare out a little bit left and look for the bigger gaps on the left side of the fairway. And as you can see, it's just kind of poking hope. You know,
Yeah, not the fairest fairway out
not
here.
much of a fairway after, you know, once you get past this initial gap, which is really nice. But after that, it's just kind of random.
Nico
Nico's playing for the straight line.
throwing the world.
And he'll have something to work with there. That's not a bad place to be.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be a nuke from Austin.
A little bit early.
Yeah.
I like what he was going with that, but that looked like he sawed that swing off a little bit.
He did. He punched way back into the stuff far on the left. Conrad with, I think that's the T-bird.
Yeah, he's playing that straight line like Nico was going for and finds a gap, and that's really nice right there if you can penetrate that far through.
Put that KJ T-bird 410 feet up the fairway. Dickerson. This is an M3, just going mid-range.
That's got to stay out of that stuff.
He's on the edge of it. And you can see.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
There's actually a couple of lines you can get to the target from there.
And so that shot right there, that was Austin pitching out from this rough on Chris's left to the rough in front of Chris.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Here is Chris's second shot, though.
Playing that overstable putter line.
He had to shape this one and did it pretty well.
Yeah, that's not bad. He's got to look at his 3.
Nico, looking at his second shot. This is a BT Anvil.
Nice little bounce and knurl. That'll give him a look at his birdie 3 as well.
Yeah. Great finish. 4 birdies in a row if he can hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad, after that beast of a drive, he gave himself a great gap here.
Yeah, that's ideal. I mean, stress-free for James from that distance.
And here's where Austin ended up. He's basically pin high left, but he's, you can see for yourself.
Yeah, he's searching for a window right now, trying to see if he can find some way to get up there by the target and
Right-hand side of your screen.
get off of this hole. There it is, and that'll do.
Yeah, that was a good out from there. That's all scramble, and he's going to take a par at least. Dickerson for a birdie finish.
There you go.
Get him to 8 down on the round.
Solid shooting. He had a couple of mistakes early on in the round, but he recovered nicely and got his birdies where he could.
Nico.
I'm sure Nico really wants to make this putt and feel like he salvaged his round with a nice string of birdies at the end.
Man, a better start, and he's got a heater. This was like, I leapt in the full experience.
Got it.
You got it, though.
Good strong finish for Nico.
Yeah, man. 4 birds in a row. All green on the card right there. Austin has a good par save after a couple scrambles.
Mm-hmm.
And a walk-off with what? An 8 on the day? No shame in that.
Not at all.
He and Chris and Conrad. This is going to be for 10. And to lead the event going into day 2.
Well, he definitely set the pace early. Came out, got 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Had that one unfortunate bogey, I believe.
Yeah.
Other than that, just came right back the next hole, made another nice putt. Birdie after bogey.
Yep. And there is your round, guys. There's your leader, James Conrad, sitting at 10 down. We got 3 guys sitting at 9, and this is a tightly packed field.
Yeah, we got a few 9s, a handful of 8s, a bunch of 7s. I mean, nobody's running away with this one just yet.
Nope.
You got to go to the tight course sockesty and see how people fare in the woods.
Yeah, sure, you bet. There is your top 10. Our Greg Bardley sitting there in 9th. We've got James Conrad, Corey Ellis, Nathan Queen, and Austin Hannum to watch tomorrow. Should be a fun lunch. You're sitting in 9th. Hopefully we'll catch you Sunday.
Right on, man. I'll do my best.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.